Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. I hope you can. I hope you can. Yes, yay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. I'm in my studio. Otis is on a walk. He should be here. I don't know if my husband knows that I'm in my studio, but let's hope he figures it out. Okay, so hello, Lizzie B. Thank you so much for being here once again. And it looks like my t-shirt is backwards. Oh no. I think it's the mirror thing. Let me see if I can remove that because that is annoying. That is annoying. Let's see. Yes, there we go. There we go. There's my shirt. Now it's not backwards. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for your kind words and for your support when I had my interview or, discussion with Andrew Lowney last week. And I don't know why there was noise. I didn't hear it. Andrew didn't hear it. It was the weirdest thing. It was this phantom noise that came out of nowhere. And the only people that heard it were the people watching. So I apologize. I really am about preparation and doing things in a very professional manner. And that just really bummed me out because as much preparing as I did, that just was something that I had no control over. And I don't know what happened. So apologies for that. I'm just don't know what happened. Okay. So what are we talking about today? Well, oops. We are going to talk about, of course, we saw the Harper's Bazaar thing and we saw the variety show with William and Catherine. And we will talk about that. We're going to talk about the Harper's Bazaar thing with Megan and just discuss some things that I also talked about in my last video um, with Catherine and Harry. There's a lot that's happening right now. And I think people are so adamant about what William will do, what he won't do, but nobody really truly knows. Nobody really knows. But I think the best way to gauge anything is to look at the history and how you have seen things play out with people, kind of understanding their personalities. So, that's all you have really to go on, and that's what I go on. I go on like the things that we've seen with people's behavior, the kind of character, things that give you clues into what someone would or would not do. That's what you have to look at. Okay, so with that said, and I appreciate Lizzie B being here because she helps keep it real. If you are not a member, please be a member and not a member, excuse me, subscribe to my channel. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. But if you want to be a member of my YouTube members page or my Patreon, I'm on Patreon and I am on, let's see here, YouTube. I have a YouTube membership and my Patreon here. And, like I said, there's videos on there from since really I started my channel. So there's a lot of videos with my time with Lady C and in England and in Germany, and just kind of get to experience my personal life outside of talking about the royals. And if you want to support my charity work, I do run a nonprofit organization called Life Smart Education. And we are currently having a raffle for those of you who are in Ohio, we are giving away tickets to the Columbus Zoo. So you can purchase raffle tickets to my raffle that I'm having right now. And I don't know if you have that, Lizzie, but you can always go onto our website or get the link and then I'll share it once you get it, Lizzie. Okay. So, with that said, I want to talk about William and Catherine first quickly because we have to look at Catherine when she showed up at the uh, the Albert Hall Variety Act. That I mean, I let me just pull up the picture of Catherine because I want us to all the Royal Variety performance. I want you all to see this photo that I have picked out here. Give me a second. Let me pull it up. It is my screen. Okay, here we go. This is when they met Paddington, right? And we remember when the Queen, I was actually in England. So, and there is a video on my members page when I actually went to the Queen's coronation, her last coronation. And I saw it on the Gomatron. How is that what you call it? The Gomatron. And when she came up with Paddington Bear with her sandwich, I can pull that up. And it was like the crowd went crazy and it was so magical. And I remember seeing this other American guy there, and he and I were talking about the camaraderie with everything with the British people and how it's so unique to the British people to have something that as Americans we can't relate to because we don't have anything like royalty, right? I mean, we have our president that changes every 4 or to 8 years, but it's different. It's not the same. So when I is this oh yeah, here it is. Oh no, that's not it's not going to show. But when I was talking with him, it was like I had thought it, but I had never said it, but it's true. And then when he said it, and I was like, I was thinking the same thing. And we talked about how we just don't have what you have in England with the royal family, and how the royal family really does bring people together. It brings together all these different communities, and it gives your country something very special that you don't get from like what we have with our government here. Like we just don't have it. And so and it's magical because you're celebrating the accomplishments of this woman who is royalty, and her lifelong commitment to serving people. And that's something that I just really and liked being amongst. I felt like it was so special. And when she came up, the Queen with Paddington, it was so electrifying. There was music, there were lights, they had this place you could go into, like a gift shop where you could buy stuff from the Queen's Jubilee. There was food, there were people dancing. Like I videoed all of this on my YouTube members page, and so you can see my experience and kind of understand, if you're American, what it felt like, because as Americans we don't really get to feel this in our country. And I've been to England so many times since creating this YouTube channel that I feel like I have to go back every year and for major events. So when William becomes king, I'm going to haul my butt back to London. Yes, I'm going back to the the UK, British, Great Britain. I'm gonna go up. I learned the difference between Great Britain, UK. Yeah, we know the Commonwealth, the United Kingdom. Like there's like you have all these things that have a meaning. You just don't use them interchangeably. They have their specific meanings. I'm sure you all know that. But like I learned that, and it's just eye-opening experience for me. And I must say that the only reason, and let's not get it twisted, people. The only reason why I am even in this whole royal thing is because of Princess Diana. I don't think that had I seen Meghan Markle prior, and never had any interest in the royals, I would have never started this channel. I'm doing what I do only because of my love and interest in Princess Diana and the country she came from, the work she did, who she was to the people of America, and who she was to the whole world. Like her, who she was gave me my fascination. And it is because of Princess Diana, Diana, Princess of Wales, is the reason why I have this interest. So you can see how Diana's influence has really had an effect on me. And it's no different. And this is why I'm passionate about what I talk about, because it's the same thing with Meghan Markle, okay? And that's a whole nother story and chapter, because when I talk to you about this whole Harper's Bazaar thing, yes, it is something to not be taken lightly. The influence of someone like a Diana, Princess of Wales, was immense for me. And it's no different, I believe, for other young girls when they see Meghan Markle. But I think the narrative changes when it comes to Meghan because of social media. Because we're able to check her, we're able to keep it real, to show people, no, Meghan, she's not the one. She's not the one. So we saw the royals, the real royals, Catherine, and here it is again with Kate. Let me close this. Kate Middleton and Prince William. I mean, yet again. Now, when I was on Dan's show, I did mention it, and I believe the reason why I think we see all these publications calling Catherine, Princess of Wales, the reason why we see that is because the royal family are very meticulous about branding. And because Queen Camilla has a name that begins with the letter C, and Catherine is the letter C, they wanted her to use Kate. Okay. Although Catherine prefers Catherine, they wanted her to go by Kate. And I think this is coming directly from the palace when you see it in these news publications where they say Kate Middleton. Now, they could say Princess Kate. At least that would be a little bit better. But the fact that she is a married woman, that she is a woman with a title, she is not only these two things, but she is a woman who has served the UK brilliantly, very admirably, and she is still not being able to earn the respect to have her name be what she has earned. I find it so disrespectful. So they still do it, but this is why I think that we still see it this way. Okay. So this is their actual first time hitting the red carpet in 2 years, matching in red velvet looks. Catherine looked, of course, amazing. When does she not look amazing? Seriously. Like, when does she not? And the one thing that, and this is what I'm going to talk about when it comes to Meghan, we look at Catherine and there's a warmth about her that we see in her because we know her history. Because even for me in the beginning, when she first started, I wasn't feeling Catherine. I was like, okay, she's pretty. She seems nice. But it really doesn't become the meaning of when you see someone and you kind of have a feeling about them. Well, that feeling I think comes from your knowing the works of that person. And I think the reason why people have gravitated so much towards Catherine is because we have seen her loyalty to the crown. We have seen the work ethic that she has, her commitment to duty. That in itself has given us the history that we need to understand the kind of person she is. And I think that's why when we see her, we feel like we really warm to her because we know all this history about her. Okay. So they were back on the red carpet attending the Royal Variety Performance in London, which I would love to attend in person. I think it would be lovely. So, if you are someone from England, you have access to tickets and things, even for William's coronation that's going to be coming up. Look, I'm going to be in England. I'm going to be there. I would love to have more access. I think I've earned it. I think I've earned a little bit more access. I do have a master's degree. I've studied communications. I have done some journalism courses. I think it would be great to have someone like me, I think, have more access to do these things. So if you can hook a sister girl up, hook her up, I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that. Okay. So, yeah, so we know that they attended the this event, and uh, they go every year to the Royal Variety Performance show in London. This red carpet event is spectacular. I've seen it on YouTube, and it really is a nice night out. She also, they were saying that she shared news about her health in March of last year, that she was going to be reducing her hours. And I think it's nice to see now Catherine coming out more and more, and shining, looking like royalty, real royalty, doing the good of the crown and making themselves seen as a couple who are definitely aligned in purpose, as I always say, and we're happy to see them out. So, King Charles is seen represented the royal family at the Royal Variety Performance last year, attending the event alone at the last minute after Queen Camilla canceled her plans due to a lingering chest infection. And so now we see William and Catherine out, and we're going to see more and more of William and Catherine out, because I believe the transition to William and Catherine has already begun. Although he is not on the throne yet, they are slowly bringing him out to be the next the time for it to be legitimate. It's still uh, not official, but they're starting to bring William and Catherine out more and more. And now, the one thing that I would have to say about Catherine, oh, and the other thing is this: her hair does seem lighter. Her hair seems a lot lighter, and in color it looks a little bit more blonde to me in certain shots. But also, I think Catherine is so tiny. I mean, look at this waist on this woman. Her waist is so, and this woman has had 3 children. Okay, how do you get a waist like that after 3 children that we know she gave birth to? I mean, amazing. Just, my goodness, amazing. Can I have some of that, please? Because my goodness, I'm just like, okay, I didn't have some kids. I need to go under the scalpel. Somebody come take a knife and cut this off, because I'm sick of looking at this stuff I got going on. But she looks amazing. Does she not, folks? And you know what I like about William and Catherine also? They always keep it professional. They're not all googly, hands touching, trying to show affection, because, people who are already affectionate or who love each other don't need to prove anything. You don't need to prove nothing, because your relationship is solid. Go out, do your work. You ain't got nothing to prove to people about, well, we better hold hands. We better look like we like each other. We better look like we're affectionate and that we are still in our honeymoon phase. That's not the case with William and Catherine. They've been married since 2011. But yet you see these two come out, and Catherine holds her own. That's what I like about her. She holds her own. No intimidation and, trying to be all coy, coy. She's like walking up, shaking hands, and, putting her hair behind her hair, speaking to people, and engaged, and yes, and doesn't really make any waves around things that I'm sure she's probably got legitimate cause to make waves about, but you don't hear about it. That's what keeps people so in awe of Catherine, the lack of knowledge around her ups and downs. When you see her, she is present professionally and representing the role that she married into. And that's all you're getting. And it's just like the queen. It's like, show up to do the work, because guess what? You're living off of the taxpayers. You're living with luxury. You're living with the assurance that your bills are paid. You ain't got to worry about meeting your bills next month, because you are doing the work of the people and they got you. They got your back. Okay? Now, keep in mind what I'm saying, because I'm going to talk to you about the contrast of what I'm saying to this wackadoo woman, Megan, and the nonsense that has come out in this Bazaar magazine, this Harper's Bazaar magazine. Okay, this is what you get with Catherine. It's like, you are living in luxury. You are living in privilege every day from the taxpayer. Shut your mouth and do your work. There ain't nothing to complain about. Show your child. Here's my baby. I just had a baby, everybody. Thanks, taxpayers. Thank you. Thank you. I had a baby. Here it is. This is gonna be Prince Louis. And keep it moving. And still have boundaries around your children being photographed, and still have boundaries around the private time with your children. And that is okay, because you get that respect when you show respect to the people who have given you a great life of luxury. And that should not be an understatement. Really, you're living a very privileged life. You are living in the people's house. You're living in the homes that are owned by the crown estate, by the people. And Catherine knows that. And this is why you don't get all of these different controversies around her, and her feelings, and why she will be and will continue to be successful, because of how she shows up, understanding her role and the lane she signed up to be in when she married William. Despite her health challenges, despite, bad behavior by those in her family, she shows up in grace. You gotta respect it. I have no complaints about Catherine at all, because she knows how to shut her mouth. And William knows how to hold his wife and be there for her. Now, I am going to speak a little bit about the article that I read around Catherine and Harry. A lot of you don't believe that article, but it came out in reputable publications, and we should speak about it. Whether or not it was put there by the Sussexes, I don't know, but I find that article to be eyebrow raising. Let's just say that. Here she is again with twins at the Royal Variety Show performance, and yeah, and that's it basically about William and Catherine. They are representing this year. The king did it last year. And yeah, I think it is quite lovely to see and experience. Okay. Now, let me see when my husband's going to bring that Mr. Otis, because Otis is supposed to be here. I know some of y'all want to know where Otis is. We want him to be here in the basement. So in the oh, thank you so much. I got some super chats. Okay. Thank you to Shaz again. I remember you, Shaz, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. Yes, I got a lot of great videos on my membership. I think some little enjoyment, entertainment, things in my time behind the scenes with the British people, and with Lady C, and with others in my family. And thank you also to let's see. Oh, you've been a member for 32 months. That's amazing. They do it out of jealousy to Catherine. Yes. And Shaz 1769, you're right. And and that will come up when I'm going to mention something when I speak about Megan, because you're absolutely right, Shaz. Um, she does it out of jealousy. And this is how this will continue. Hello, Mr. Otis is here now. Come on up here, Otis. Come up here. Go! We're in studio. We're in studio, Otis. Did you have a nice walk? Did you have a nice walk, Otis? Yeah. Yeah, let's take this off of you now because you're not outside anymore. Okay, here we go. So we're just talking to the people. Get up here. Get up here. There you go. Sit down. Okay. And then thank you to Lizzie B. We can't see PC pick. Oh, you can't see the really? You couldn't see it? Okay, let me see. Oh no, I am so sorry. Thank you, Lizzie B, for that super chat. I had no idea you could not see that. That is messed up. Okay. All right, good. Okay, so I had my little rant about let me just show y'all Mr. Otis first. Here's look, Mr. Otis. Say hi, Otis. Say hi, Otis. Okay, we're just gonna turn our camera a little bit so they can see you. People can see you. Okay. Yes. Okay. So now what we're going to do, we're going to look at this whole hot mess, this Bazaar, this Harper's Bazaar thing with the Miss Meghan Markle and her crazy self. Okay. So now hold on. I'm a mute this because I don't want to get a copyright on this music. Okay, here we go. I like these songs. Look at this. Okay, so let me just. So these are the antics. Hold on. When I speak, are you able to? Are you? Oh wait a minute. Let me see. Let me see this. Hold on 1 second. Okay, yeah, here we go. Turn this music down here. Okay. Okay. Look at this hot mess, y'all. Look at this hot mess. Okay. This woman right here has to try to be all coy and cute with her minimal makeup. And Megan, I'm telling you, you don't have nothing on Catherine. This is why she even came out and she released, I believe, the video for her Christmas thing when Catherine and William were at the Royal Variety Show, because that's what I'm talking about. So see, that's what Megan does, because she doesn't have the personality of somebody that you want to support. She doesn't have the kind of personality of somebody that you are all in when she does her photo shoots and her pictures. You know, we don't look and go, oh, that's so nice. That's so look. That's Megan. Oh, that's so cute. And no, you know what the problem is? There's a lot of fog. There's fog because you see Megan and you understand.
I love the holiday season.
The kind of person she is. And then this whole skippity doodah thing that she did in the beginning just looked cringe. Like, watch this.
I love the
what was that? What kind of skip or hop was that? Megan, you can't even skip and look real. Like, you look so fake all the time. In any and everything that this woman does, she looks fake. She doesn't even look like she's really trying to have fun. She puts something on a piece of paper and she wants to make it seem like she's being authentic in this moment. But it just falls flat every single time. Okay. So we're going to look at the Harper's Bazaar thing, but I think it was when she released this video was when the Catherine and William were at the Royal Variety Show. What kind of person does that? What kind of person wants to upstage other people? You know, the kind of person that wants to do something like that? That is somebody who doesn't want to see other people succeed. You know, she doesn't want other people to shine. She wants to dim their light so that her light shines brighter. What kind of person does that? Why does Megan think, after so many attempts at rebranding, why do you think she has never been able to actually succeed in any branding that she does? Why are we at another impasse of you wanting to rebrand? And why do you think you've never succeeded when you branded yourself with all these things? The hypocrisy of this woman. You know, there is a light of proportions that are very, I wouldn't say that it is a light. I would say there is an ick factor. There is a an aura of disingenuousness that Megan exhibits. And it has come to encompass her and her being by all these acts of trying to outshine the royals, to outshine Catherine. Every time she gets a little dimmer, uglier, nastier because of her behavior. And I don't think she's recognizing, or at least she doesn't really clearly see it, that you won't find the it of this brand that you are trying to do over and over again with all these different photo shoots, because Megan, you are a very disingenuous, not nice person. Because when you are a woman leader, you should want other women to succeed. And when Megan plays these games and tries to overshadow other royals, Catherine being one of the most loved royal, she is stepping on another woman. She is stepping on the light that shines through, or at least she's trying to dim that light that shines through of Catherine. That's what she is doing. And you don't do that and then are able to find your own light as you pursue your own, when you're doing it in a way that's very hateful. And that's why I've always wanted to show up in this space as a learning tool for Megan, because I'm not going to rag on someone just to do it, but Megan is. Megan will. What reason is there to want to outshine or to step on Catherine and the things that she does? Why would you want to do that? Considering the wonderful work that she is doing, considering how much she has shown up so gracefully in her work as a working senior royal, why would you want to stomp on that? If you are another woman leader, is there something you're trying to say? What did she ever do to you, Megan? It doesn't make sense. So Megan can keep trying, girl, till the cows come home. Everything you launch is going to be a rebrand, because it's never going to take off as a brand. It's going to always be, okay, let me try again. Let me try again. Yeah, kid, here she is. She's rebranding and trying again. Okay. So let me just remove this and get back into this article, because this woman, I'm telling you, Megan has got some serious issues, y'all. And I just don't understand how you can be so nasty to somebody that is going through so much, that has done her job, her work so well. Like, Megan has got something about her that will never shine through. It won't. So let's look at these pictures, okay? So she did this Harper's Bazaar thing. Let me pull it up. Where is it at? Here it is. I'm gonna share my screen now, and we're gonna talk about what she has done, because this woman. Okay. Okay, let's just look at this hot mess, y'all. Let's just look at this hot mess. So, in contrast, when we see someone like Catherine, we saw somebody who just exuded grace and strength. You know how I said when she got out the car and when she's walking, she's not all coy, and she's very stoic and very assured of herself. And I think the years of working as a working royal, she has gained more and more confidence with the love of her husband, William. William has been there for her. But see, the contrast to that is Megan and what she is trying to do. Because when we see all of these rebrands that this woman is doing, when we see everything that Megan attempts to do in front of the public, whether it is the Netflix show or it's the article in the Cut magazine or Bazaar for this instance, her show, everything is an attempt to gain that which Catherine has earned over the years. Megan's trying to gain it in an instance. She is hoping that it will stick and propel her to a star-like quality of being beloved by the people. But see, what Catherine has is she has had the years of due diligence, of showing up on days when she probably just didn't feel like it, doing the things for the people who give her very comfortable life, showing up for these people time and time again. Who does Megan ever show up for? Who does she show up for? Megan shows up for herself. Megan shows up to capture that which Catherine has gained through the years. And this whole thing that she got going here with uh this bizarre thing is Megan trying to capture the hearts of people, and even Princess Diana, Princess of Wales for that matter. She didn't just show up and instantly had captured the love of the people, but when she did show up, she had a magnetic energy that people gravitated towards her innocence. People gravitated towards this future queen. People gravitated. They didn't know what it was about Diana. I think it was maybe her youth. I think it was the era in the 80s. There were a lot of things that came together that shown itself to Diana. And she had it. But no one will ever have it like Diana did. But Catherine, I think, is slowly getting the factor through her hard work. Otis, do you want to sit down, buddy? Because you trying to. Okay, come on. Can you sit down? Yeah, there you go. Go ahead, sit down. It's okay. Yep, sit down. Sit down. It's okay. I'm here. I ain't going nowhere. If you want, I hold you just like this. I hold you just like this. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. So, Catherine, Mr. Otis, look what you doing, dude. What you doing? You. Okay, Otis, can you please sit down, please? Can you sit down? Come on, sit down. It's okay. Sit. Okay, sit down. Okay, good. So when we look at someone like Megan, she's trying to capture the minds, the hearts of the people. The hearts of the people is what she's going for. So, oh my God, Otis, you are so well. Okay, let me pull it up. Otis, come on. Okay, here it is. Okay, so here, after this is what gets me, this whole statement here, because this was something that Megan had them write. After years of being subsumed by other people's narratives, subsumed by other people's narratives, the Duchess of Sussex is ready to author her own next chapter. Girl, how many chapters do you have to have? Okay. I mean, didn't you what? Didn't you have a chapter when you left the royal family? That was your chapter. That was your time to shine. I got my voice back talking to Oprah. I mean, like for real, I'm looking at you with the side eye again. Your own next chapter? Girl, you got too many chapters for me. I'm serious. Like, this is ridiculous, Megan. Come on now. Come on, get it together. Thank you, Mr. Otis. Otis is just like, where you going? He's like, okay, bye. Bye, Otis. I don't know. He's getting a little touchy. Maybe I think he smells something. That's what it is. Okay. So this is just a few things I want to point out from this article because Megan, I'm telling you, this woman is something else. So she says, I got my notes here, y'all. Let me just pull up my notes. So there's a part of this article where she comes in and we're going to go through the pictures and I'll get to that part where she wants to be called the Duchess. Like I I can't with this woman. This woman has lost her ever loving mind with her nonsense. So like when you see this picture here, Megan is trying, and there's something that's about her eyes when I see her, and you watch Megan try to really work really hard to like, ooh, like me. I'm serious in this moment, and I'm very coy and somber, like me. And this is so flat because all I can see is a woman who has and continues to do the unthinkable when it comes to other people, like how she steps on people to get right here in this shot. Like to be on the cover of Bazaar, Harper's Bazaar right now. Do you know what she did to get here? Like, that's what I'm thinking about. I'm not taking in a photo of you trying to show us this. I'm taking in the fact that you took your butt all the way to Paris, okay? Try to post on your social media some kind of clap back with the scene and death of Diana, Princess of Wales, because when she was in Paris, she was speaking with the editor of Harper's Bazaar. They're like she was part of it. Okay? So Megan is not showing us somebody who is trying to come across as light and airy and free. She comes across as conniving, scandalous, and shady. Like that's what I see. Because your history precedes you. Like, I don't see what you trying to show with these eyeballs. I don't see it, Megan. Okay? So, and then they talk about how they met at the Beverly Hills Hotel and, just the pretentiousness of Megan and like wanting to be, they say, sitting at a table at the Beverly Hills Hotel where you see all the people, the coming and goings. Like you're trying to be noticed. You're trying to have yourself be recognized. And so they're saying in this article that she met with some girls at the La Brea Tar Pits show. I mean, museum over there by La Brea, and talking to these girls and trying to once again make it about her because this is what she says. Um, there's a girl that she meets that talks about um her love for languages. And then Megan says, well, of course, Megan has to then come in and bring it up about herself. It's like you're speaking to these young girls who are at this STEM program at this museum, and a young girl talks to you about languages, but yet Megan doesn't ask the girl, about her studies and why you like said language. And no, oh, guess what, I'm learning French, girl. I'm learning French on du hablo. Yes, you like languages? Well, girl, I'm learning French. Why are you talking about you, Megan? You're there to be, I guess, a representative of, I just guess, I don't know, yourself. Why are you making it about you? That's what I don't understand with Megan. Any chance she has to overshadow even the young girl in this STEM program to talk about herself, like that is so inappropriate. So the girls were taking this group photo, and then she tries to make this equivalency between the girls and herself, where they say in this article, some girls look straight at the camera while a few squint or stare off to the side, an attempt maybe to stave off self-consciousness. This is a time for many girls when they become aware of being seen, sometimes benevolently, more often than not. So Megan stands in the middle of the group. She lives a life accompanied by a level of scrutiny that every tween girl imagines is always present, except for Megan. It's very real. It's very real. Well, you can't say it's not real for some of these girls. I mean, I don't know the person writing this. I mean, do you really? I mean, okay, whatever. I just think it's real for the person that feels it. How can it be very real for Megan? I mean, this girl's got nothing but fantasy in her head. I don't think nothing real is in her head. Okay? It's all a fantasy. Going on to say, and I don't know how any woman could see a young girl and not see herself in her, especially at that age, Megan says later. Because Megan wants to always make it about you. You see the girls. Oh, I see myself in you, girl. I see myself in you. Because it's not about the things that these young girls may be dealing with, or the troubles perhaps in their home lives, or the issues they may be having with, their body images or whatever. It's Megan seeing herself in these girls yet again, not making it about the girls. You see, what makes Catherine so beloved, I think, is it's the interest that she shows in other people. And usually, that what I've experienced whenever I've seen Catherine, she'll answer questions that people ask her about herself and her children, but she usually is asking about the person that she is speaking to. She makes it about the people that she is there visiting. Not Megan. Not Megan. And this here, and when I look at Megan in these different photos, like this right here, to me, this hair, I'm not one to comment on Megan's looks, her clothes. I'm not a negative person around these things, because look, I'm about character. I'm about the things, the choices that you make in your life, okay? Because I know you could. I mean, I could show up looking half crazy sometimes. I know, okay. I mean, I'm sorry if it offends you, but look, we can't all be that for everybody. Sometimes it's just, look, today I'm real slouch. I'm not really all. I'm not doing the wig thing today. I'm just kind of feeling like, it's a little rainy here today. But the point is that Megan has never really shown herself um in a way she's trying to portray here. Like, why not even just show yourself as a simple woman of ethnic background? Like, why, yet again, you're wearing your hair straight with these two little antennas coming from the side of your head, and what? Like, is this supposed to be a different look for you right now? I mean, it is different, but we always see your antennas coming. But try to little show something different that is relatable to women of color. Can you show your hair ethnically, like with the curls? Like, look at these curls in my head, y'all. Look at these curls. This is ethnic hair, okay? Ethnic. Megan got the same thing, but she don't show it. She never shows it. That I have to question that about you, Megan. You don't show up authentically, because the one thing you could do to show up relatable is have your be like an ethnic girl. Show your black side, but she doesn't. but it just falls flat to me. Like looking at the camera, and she does have some big feet. The girl got the big feet. Um, I don't know. I mean, I saw Paula did her video and was saying, how could someone so small have such big feet? I mean, that's a good question, Paula. I don't know. Somebody answered for me. How did Megan get such big feet? That is a mystery to me. I mean, I'm just curious if it's something I've never seen before. Uh, Someone actually did. Hold on. I gotta see if I can show y'all something. Let's see if I can show y'all something that somebody had posted on social media. I thought it was so funny. Um, I think I may have to put it in my video because I'm not able to find it right here, but it was really, really funny. She was on a beach. You know how when she did her 2025 scribble, and she just had the biggest feet that I had ever seen. And that's what I was gravitating towards. So, I guess she's trying to embrace her big feet. Okay, I applaud you, Megan, for embracing your bunions, girl. Good job. You embracing your bunions. Okay, so let's just keep going on here because I want to get to the part that I made my notes on. Give me a second. Okay, now this look right here. Oh my goodness. Child, you look like a hot mess. I'm sorry. You look like a hot mess in this photo. What in God's green earth are you wearing? What is this? What is this, Meghan Markle? Okay, that trench coat from the 80s. And that hair, that old unkempt hair, that's straight, don't have no shape to it. And then you're wearing on so many clothes. I'm hot just looking at you with all those clothes on. My goodness, take off some of those clothes. That's just too much to be wearing. I'm sorry. Okay, that photo. I'm sorry. That's just not a good look. The stuff in that with that coat, no. Mm-mm. Okay, now the warmth of the cheek grease. These. Okay, I'm not gonna focus. I'm gonna do more of this in my video that I'm gonna do. Now this photo right here. Hello. Yes.
You want a story with Mr. P. Dinah?
Oh lordy, lordy. Okay, hold on. Here's my husband. We're taking a what do they call it? A station break. Okay, my husband is here, folks. What does he have to say about P. Dinah?
Well, this is the third installment.
Oh, this is the third episode?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of dealing with P. Dinah or living with P. Dinah.
Okay.
So, do you remember when we first met?
Yeah.
Okay. I lived in Florida, and P. Dinah lived up in Ohio, and so I came up and visited her for the first time. I came up here. Now imagine I live in Southwest Florida and I come up to Ohio in February.
Mm-hmm.
So she picks me up from the airport and we went out to lunch. And then she goes, "Oh, wait a minute. I got to go over to my cousin's house."
Okay.
Hold on. I got to go over at my cousin's house. Nobody knows you exist yet. So do you mind if I drop you off at this Walgreens? I'm just going to run over there real quick and I'll be right back. I said, no problem. I'm playing the nice guy. I'm going with the flow.
He's going along to get along.
So I'm in Walgreens. I'm sorry.
Get the story straight.
Walgreens.
Get the story straight.
She leaves me in Walgreens for almost 3 hours. Okay? 3 hours. I thought she had stood me up. I thought after we had gone out to lunch that she didn't want to have anything to do with me. The ladies working there at Walgreens were like, "Do you need us to call you a cab?" Or because the Uber and stuff didn't exist back then. None of that stuff existed. And I tried to call her a couple times, and she wouldn't pick up her phone. And almost 3 hours went by, and I was getting ready to call a cab and get back on a plane and go back down to Florida. And then she finally shows up and picks me up. And I was livid. I'm like, well, what's going on? Why are you leaving me at Walgreens?
I am so sorry.
3 hours. You know, most guys.
That was the old me, okay? I've changed.
Most guys would have said, no, thank you. I guess I was desperate.
I guess so, because you stayed.
That ain't a good story coming from me. Well, I stayed. My dummy butt stood there for 3 hours.
Yeah, you sure did, didn't you?
I sure did.
You had the hope.
Because I didn't know where I was at. I had no idea where. I hadn't only been to Columbus a couple times. I've been up to Ohio State a bunch of times, but not Columbus itself. I was over on the east side of town. No idea where I was at. No idea how to get back to the hotel that I was at. So I was just stuck there.
Where you stayed.
So now you know how coarse Dinah could be when it comes to meeting men.
Yeah. You're still around, aren't you? Okay. That's enough of his story. Be gone with you. Where's my magic wand? Here it is. Let me get my wand. Be gone with you. Okay, folks, let's get back to the story. Okay. Oh my goodness, it's already almost 6 o'clock. Okay. Now, this woman in her garb, let me just say, Megan, girl, you not looking sexy right here. You trying to be sexy. You trying people to take it all in. Like what? Like, look at me. What you trying to say, Megan, in your Balenciaga? What you trying to say is the question. We're not feeling this vibe, Megan. All I see, have you talked to your daddy? Your nasty attitude kind of a woman, because you got a nasty attitude. You need to work on that instead of trying to show up cute in some photos. Work on that nasty attitude of yours, because I'm telling you, it's flat. Not feeling it. Not feeling it at all. Now, this part right here, where she talked about coming in to see the lady that was meeting with her. And this is what she had the nerve to say. This is what I don't understand about this woman and her pretentiousness. She was being introduced as Megan, Duchess of Sussex, when the lady entered the home that they met at, of one of her friends. And it was only her and the lady, but the person had to announce her as the Duchess of Sussex. Woman, you look so desperate in these photos. Like the desperation to be someone with a title is oozing out of these photos. And the hair is not on point. I'm sorry, but the hair, you would have been so much better off showing your ethnicity, girl, because this here is not a good vibe right here. It's like you need to just lie down, take a nap in this photo. Just look, just go to sleep. That's all I gotta say. Just go to sleep. And then she talked about in the article. She talked about in the article that she wanted to come show up to meet her friend, the gentleman who she was there to help support. But that's not really true how she worded it, or how it was worded in this article, which I'm gonna have to mention in my video that I'm going to do this week. But I just wanted to say, and also about her and her father, and how she speaks about in this article a lot about her mother, and never once talking about her dad. But we all have to remember when there was a time when Megan did speak about her father and called him this, she looked at him as someone who was a gem. This was in her Instagram when before she was royal, where she celebrated the love of both of her parents. And when I listen to or read this article, all I think about is how she has tried to erase her father's memory and show up in these photos completely flat, trying to be like someone that we should gravitate towards and feel what? And what are we feeling watching you in these photos? Who who do you think is portraying through the lens of these cameras? I tell you who is being portrayed. A selfish woman who has used a man, deflated him in his manhood, Harry, okay? Harry's family, the people that have worked for you, the woman, Catherine, who you always try to outshine and overshadow with all of your posts, because you're not really about helping other women in leadership. You are about yourself. It could not even be about the young girls that you went to see at the La Brea Tar Pits in this article. The instances that you did speak about them, you made it about yourself. So no, we don't look at you in this Bazaar magazine, Megan, Harper's Bazaar magazine, and feel something that you think is being portrayed through the lens of this camera, because you've done some horrible, nasty things. You will never show up in a way that will gravitate warmth and love through these lenses of the camera, because you have not worked on your character. You need to work on your character, because you have done a lot of horrible things. And this rebrand for the umpteenth time is just another sign, girl, you haven't learned nothing, because you're still showing up trying to make it to rebrand as something new. And it just falls completely flat. I'm going to have to elaborate on the rest of my notes in my video tomorrow, but this post I could not show, because I think it speaks to the hypocrisy of a woman who is trying to get celebrity through her relationship with Harry, and not really be the person that I think most people would like to see. Show up for your father, the person who really got you to where you are, because there was a time when you really did. You really did show up for that person. I want to show the super chat, or just chat from Gigi. Bazaar was the right magazine to put her on, because she's very, very bizarre. Was the right magazine to put her on because she's very, very bizarre. Thank you for your super chat, and I have to agree. 1 second. I just have to go to a business meeting, but I wanted to acknowledge this other super chat from Carmen Rand. Thank you so much for your super sticker. I really appreciate it. You know, there was a lot to say in today's live. I'm sorry I didn't get to all of it. I will finish it in my next video. But, you know, it just, for Megan, there's just no way out for you and all that you try to do and show up to do. It's just not. Thank you once again to Shaz. Thank you. And to my very dear friend Lizzie B for showing up. Thank you, Gigi. And thank you so much, Carmen Rand, for looking out for Sister Girl. And for all of you here today that are a part of my live, I appreciate you, but I have to go to work now. I have a business meeting for my charity. But thank you for being here. Leave your comments and do like this video, this live. It would be very much appreciated. And I will be reading your comments after my meeting. So thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you all next Thursday and in my video tomorrow. Okay, I will see you.